Hi everybody. Thank you for taking a minute to watch this because I just had a very terrifying experience happen today, and this video is to actually promote awareness. It's not necessarily to draw attention to what happened to me, it's to raise awareness. There's a lot of people out there that either aren't aware or they're too afraid to speak out. Okay, but I'll share about my experience first. Today I was at the mall with my husband and one of my kids, and he stopped at the Cinnabon to get something and told me to go on ahead. My daughter decided she wanted a piggyback ride, so I had her up on my back, and she knows not to hold her hands around my neck, so her hands were loosely around my shoulders. And as we were walking past Bed Bath & Beyond, she pointed and said, "Look, candy!" And I looked, and she was looking at the bath bombs, and I laughed and I said, "Oh no, you don't want to eat that. That would be a very bad surprise." And right as those words came out of my mouth, up behind me came this 6-foot-tall man in a black hoodie. He had a pale face and just a beard, and he was bald. He had a brown beard. He was bald, kind of a medium to husky build. He looked very muscular, and he's walking in my direction. And at first, okay, I became aware of it, and as I kept walking on, I realized he was directly behind me. And so I sped up my pace, and as I sped up my pace, he sped up his to match mine. And I thought, oh my goodness, I might be getting stalked here, or he might be after my daughter. And I thought, well, you know what? I don't want to overreact because it's a mall. People are there to shop. They're there for a reason, although it was still very early in the morning. So I kept walking and he kept following. So I put him to the test. I switched lanes, if you want to call it lanes. There's one going this way, the other one going this way. So I went into oncoming people traffic. I went into oncoming traffic. And he followed me that direction. So I stopped near a bench, and he stopped right outside of a store next to the bench and just kind of looked around, but kept his eye on me out of the corner of his eye. So that's when I dropped my daughter on the bench as quickly as I could, spun around, grabbed her, and I turned and ran back the other direction to Cinnabon. As I did that, he turned and followed me back that direction at a very fast pace. However, my husband happened to be in his wheelchair, and he was coming up towards me from the Cinnabon. So I immediately told him, "This man is following me." That man, he stopped in his tracks when he saw my husband, and then he quickly just kind of, put on a blank face and walked right on past us. He walked pretty darn fast because he ended up hiding out in Best Buy, which is the only area in the entire mall that security can't get to because of the licensing and agreements that they've got. So I spoke with my husband about what happened. We went straight to security. There was nobody inside, and I was banging on their door because I'm like, you know what? Even if I am wrong about this, if it was just a coincidence, okay. But I would rather be safe than sorry. So we ended up finding the security mall manager actually and spoke to him about the incident, and he and another security guard went searching the entire mall for this guy. And he asked our permission because some people would probably be too terrified to do this. They wouldn't want any part of this, because what's more terrifying than looking somebody right in the eye, if their intent was to harm you? So we looked everywhere and finally found him in Best Buy. So he suddenly got very busy on his cell phone and was messing around on it, and when he thought we weren't looking, he hid his head and tried to walk past the security guards as quickly as they could. He thought nobody was watching him. They spun around and confronted him on it. And yeah, he was stalking us. I don't know what his intent was. His intent could have been kidnapping because we were getting close to an exit. His intent could have been to grab my daughter and run, and my last words would have been to her, "That is a bad surprise," talking about the Bed Bath & Beyond. And it would have been a horrible surprise if she had been grabbed and taken to a nearby vehicle, because yes, we were that close to an exit. He could have grabbed her and run. Was he out to attack me, to rape me or kill me? I don't know. It could have been just simply a stalking. Some people are weird. But the point is, none of those people are in their straight minds, whoever it could have been. Now listen, could I be wrong about this? Possibly. But ladies and gentlemen out there, what you need to realize is that if you feel like something is wrong, you need to speak up about it. Go to somebody for help immediately. Don't think to yourself, oh, well, if I'm wrong, I'd sure feel awfully bad about that. You know what? The worst thing you can be is wrong. Okay? So what? The best thing you can be in every situation is safe. Ladies, I know for us, we're always out to prove ourselves to be right because this world mocks us. Okay? It's always, oh, well, these women, you know, they're always going on about this or that. You know what? In a case like this, put your pride aside. It's better to be safe than right. Okay? Or no, excuse me. It's better to be safe than wrong. Okay? If you're wrong, so what? At least you did the right thing and you're safe. The worst thing that could happen is for you to think, oh, well, I don't want to offend anybody, and what if I'm wrong, and what if I just really hurt this person's feelings? And, you know, if you're in that mindset and then you get nabbed or something like that, okay? It's not worth it. It's okay to speak out and it's okay to be wrong. But in every situation, take care of yourself. Your job is to take care of you, take care of your family. Be safe. Speak out about it. Make noise. It's okay to confront people. If you don't feel like doing that, that's fine. That's what the police are for. That's what security is for. Now listen, this guy that tried to come after us, okay, he was probably 25 to 35, in that age range, white male. Do you know what the stereotypical, most common human trafficking perpetrators are? They look just like that. Okay? So I don't know if that's what was going to go down. It could have been. But I just protected myself and I protected my daughter so that I can still hold her in my arms. And that conversation I had with her won't be the last one. Stay safe, y'all, and take care.